What's goody? What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Sneezy, aka your Loc'd Lotus host, period. Don't play with it. And welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of the Loc'd Lotus Podcast. Today, we are here with Coach T. Coach T, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello. It is Coach T here. I am a personal development coach. I also specialize in relationships. I work with high performance clients, and we just want to help those people that feel stuck, or whether it be in your personal life, your professional life, or relationship. It's your boy, Coach T.
Period. Don't play with it.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome to the podcast. It's so great having you on here.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's
get into it. Let's dive right into it, y'all. We got a lot to cover today. We're talking about a few different things, more personal, more, detail. Because one thing about Coach T, he will get into detail.
Oh, absolutely.
And actually carry along a conversation. So that's great. That's good. Let's get into the pain of outgrowing people.
All right.
Let's talk a little bit more on that, because I know that throughout my journey of changing and growing into the person that I'm becoming, and going after those goals that I've always talked about, and stuff like that, I've lost a lot of others, just along the way, and not necessarily because I feel like, well, I did deal with it first. I felt like I pushed them away, but at the same time, I had to learn that everybody can't go along with you. So how would you, what would you speak on to that?
So this is a very common situation. Obviously, as we grow, we also gain or refine our personal values and our beliefs as well. And so everybody's not meant to come along with us on that journey. And so when we do that, we have this feeling of abandonment, or this feeling of that we're being disloyal to them. But in reality, the sense is, we have to feel a sense of support to yourself, because naturally you're the most important resource that you have to yourself, and you have to take care of yourself. So in doing so, you naturally outgrow certain situations and relationships, and that's okay. It's a feeling that's uncomfortable, but if there's comfortability, there's no growth, and so if you're uncomfortable, you know that you're growing. So
there we go. I like that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So when we talk about just from a personal out standpoint, or however you want to say it, the fear of not being enough, what
self-doubts.
That one is a big one.
It's a big one, self-doubt.
Yes. What would you say, like, a better way to, like, deal with that? Especially though, like me, I do what makes me happy to go through when I go through self-doubt. But like to others who struggling with knowing how to deal with self-doubt, what would be your best advice?
Well, to be honest, first of all, we're going to start with self. What is self-doubt? That's the question. The first thing is, what is self-doubt? And self-doubt is just a bunch of things that you tell yourself. They're not necessarily true, and most times, they're really not true. They're the lies that we tell ourselves. They're the limiting beliefs that we believe in. And in reality, it's just not true. So we tell ourselves these stories that make us feel like we're not enough, or I'll never get it done. And it's just not true. You got to be kind to yourself. In order to eliminate some of those self-doubts, I would encourage you to use things of affirmation, like things that make you feel good about yourself, have more of a sense of gratitude. What can I do in those moments that I don't believe in myself? Well, who says I'm not enough? Or who said I can't do this? Oftentimes we find ourselves in the past, and we say, because of this, I thought this, or because I've been through this, I do this, or we're so future forward moving. If I want to do this, I've got to do this, or I've got to be this, or we're really comparing ourselves to subject A. They're here and they're doing what we want to do, but we're here, and there's that distance and separation. But what I would encourage people to do, and this is something that I do with my clients, is I let them know that you want to take the time to think about the present. And in the present, it says, what do I have? Those things that I do have, what can I do with those things? And if you focus on the things that you can, just put your left foot in front of your right foot, left foot in front of your right foot. And then eventually, once you work through that, we'll see where you are at the end of the journey.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
Don't play with it. I like that. I like that. Alrighty, now one big one, and this one I feel like I made it last because I know that we'll spend probably a little bit more time on this one because I know for myself I can speak, on just different ways it made me feel.
Absolutely.
Which is the stigma of mental health in the Black community.
Oh, wow.
Because, it's obviously a big thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And me learning more about mental health and actually taking time to learn myself and love myself and pay attention to what bothers me, certain things that people do that's honestly not a healthy thing to do, but it's like, it's just in our culture. What would you like?
So this one is it's a sticky one. It's also really, really deep. It's varying on a lot of factors. But something that's common in a lot of those situations is the fact that in an African-American family and growing up in that upbringing, you think about the men. Let's start with men first.
Yes.
For me to tell you that I feel some way or I have mental health issues or I think about this and I want, even suicidal thoughts or things, no matter how severe it is, isn't that what they say or we say is a sign of weakness?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So as a man in a Black family, you're supposed to be, the dominant figure. We're really in the word, and so it tells you got to be the support system, the structure, and so it doesn't leave a lot of room for the weakness. And when in reality, not being able to acknowledge those limiting beliefs, acknowledge your mental health, can put you in a varying state that could also be weakening to the self itself. And in feminine wise, as far as females go,
because don't leave us out now.
No. Can't leave you guys out. Can't leave you out is all. So the female aspect of it, you think about a lot of, and not all, Shirley doesn't want to say all. There's some very fortunate families out there, but a lot of times their father is not in the African-American household or vice versa, but we're without one of the other. And so for a woman, if she's not there and not with her father, then she has to learn a lot of or embody a lot of the masculinity traits. You see what I mean?
Okay.
And so because of that, she too has to take on that strong, I can be persona. And then that also doesn't yield for her to have or embody her own mental health issues. Now, oftentimes we see that, they're more, ladies are typically more free about their emotions and their feelings. So we do see that happening somewhat, but it can be difficult. And I experienced that a lot with my clients as well, especially those that didn't have the actual father in the relationship. So that's a very tough one. It's a sticky one. Yeah, for sure.
So what would you say, because this just came to mind.
Okay.
What would you say, what's the difference versus a man growing up with a father figure versus a one that didn't grow with a father figure?
Okay, again, this is case by case. I never want to categorize everybody in the same bubble, but I can say from my experiences alone, I lost my father when I was 15 years old.
I'm sorry.
He was not, it's okay, it made me who I am today, and I'm very thankful to be here. But I lost him when I was 15 years old, and he wasn't ever present every day in my household. We were separate. He lived here in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was in Magnolia, and so there was a separation. But every break, every school let out, be it spring break, summertime, whatever it may be, I was here with him, and we developed an extremely, extremely tight bond. I mean, I loved him to death, still love him to death, and I know he's always with me. So, hope to make you proud, pops. But in that case, I was an anomaly. My dad wasn't in my home, but I still took on and embodied his wants, his dreams. I watched him. He finished college. He was head of the class, and I know that he was on dialysis. He never let me know. I saw the strength that he was going through every day, and he was able to do those things from afar, and it still instilled in me what it takes to be ever persistent and never giving up, either on your hopes, your dreams, or just being a man in general. So it was a little bit different for me in that sense. I know the commonality of it is men who don't have their fathers are then being raised by the mother in the home, and so the mother can't teach him all of the things a man can teach you. And so we realize that a lot in society as well. But again, using my light, I can tell you That does not have to be the case. The statistics say that at 15 years old, losing your father, I should be in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
I should be dead.
Yeah.
Or, whatever the case may be. But you don't have to choose to be the statistic either. So I think it's more so of a mentality shift, not just a situation. Again, let's not operate in the past or let's not over-operate in the present. It's about what you can do and what you have right now. What can we do with the things that we have right now?
Okay.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That
Absolutely.
question really did come to mind.
Yes, there
All
we go.
right.
There
Well,
we
I
go.
like that. Well, is there anything else you want to add in there? Throw in there. What's another good topic?
We can
Cause see me, I get nervous and I can't really talk for real. That's just me though. If it ain't all wrote down, listen.
Yeah, no, man. I've developed that. A lot of people that know me know that conversation is conversation, man. So we can have that at any time. But more so, me being a guest here on your podcast, I'm looking forward in asking, what do you plan? What do you envision? What's the direction that Loc'd Lotus is going?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Let's shine some light on you over there. It's not all about Coach T over here.
Yes. Okay. Listen. Well, obviously, I have goals of it going far. Not only is Loc'd Lotus a podcast, it's a future brand. Like, I want a whole clothing line. I want a business with Loc'd Lotus on there. Like, that's who I am. And it's so crazy that it's like, when we were at Chili's, because, baby, we go back to Chili's.
Absolutely.
When we were at Chili's, I talked about this, and now I'm actually doing this. It's so crazy to me. But, yes, I just, just putting myself more out there. Like, I'm in a process now where all of this is new to me. Like, stuff is just every day happening. I'm just like, okay, So it's going to go big. It's going to go far. You're going to see Loc'd Lotus on a billboard. Thank you. With me right beside it. Hello. And,
Yeah. It's crazy. If it going back to those conversations too, I remember a time we were talking and discussing it, and you were like, I've got this going and this going and this going, but I'm trying to get my podcast up and trying to get it, and I refuse to allow you to say I'm trying.
Yes,
right?
That's
because
so true.
There is no try. We have to decide, and that's what it is. It's the hardest part of people that grow and be successful is to not try, not make a choice, but to literally decide. And so once you decided that this is what you were going to do, I've seen nothing but just relentless focus on what you're doing, and I'm very proud of it. And I just wanted to highlight that for sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
Don't play with it. Y'all, we're going to do great things. Like, it's going to go up for the both of us.
For sure.
Like, I know that
sure.
you have started your podcast, right?
Yes.
Exactly that. All social medias will be in the description down below. Make sure y'all look at that before y'all leave this video. And
Absolutely.
pictures will be dropping tonight, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that as well.
Absolutely.
Is there anything you want to add in?
Hey, man, I just tell people it's one of my biggest slogans as far as coaching goes. A lot of people don't know what it is. And so, I just want to shine light on that as well and let you know that if there's not therapy, which is a lot of times based on feelings and emotions and past and those things, there's also the coaching. It's out there. It's out there. And so myself being one of those, and it's fairly new here to Little Rock, I just want to be able to help people. It's more forward facing, but not too forward facing. We want to operate in the present. So if I can help, obviously we're going to get our contacts and our links, put those out as well.
Yes.
Reach out to Coach T. Yeah, there's a DM there, there's a calendar spot. And I would love to work with you and try to get you from that feeling of being stuck and whatever that may be, to take you from there to where you want to be. And as a coach, all I can do, I'm not a magician. All I can do is help you bridge that gap and help you ascend, and in a very timely manner. So.
There you go. I love to hear it. Well,
Absolutely.
Make sure y'all stay tuned for more episodes. Season 1, Episode 3, Sanizi signing out. See y'all later.
See you later.